Hi everyone, and welcome back for another episode in my Unreal Engine 4 tutorials. In this episode we're going to go through how to pause a game, and we're going to do it through a pause menu on the screen. So in this I'm going to be using the top down example template, but you can do it obviously in your own game or any other game you want. I'm just doing it in this one. So for this to work, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to first of all show you how to pause a game, and then we go through the motion of actually creating a menu which allows us to do a pause menu and create it with buttons so you can pause it, resume it, or quit the game. So let's start off with the pausing of the game itself. So playing the game, we'll see I can't pause it, and so what we're going to do is we're just going to make a new input to create the pause function. So go to the edit options and go to project settings, and in here you'll see the input option on the left hand side, and you'll see action mappings and access mappings. These are all the inputs that have been preset by the template you're using or the game that you're making. In action mappings, we're going to add a new action mapping by clicking on the little plus icon, and I'm going to call this one pause game, and I'm going to give it the escape key as a keyboard input. However, the problem with this is if I push escape while testing the game, it's just going to quit out the game because we're simulating the game. Now, for the purpose of this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and click on the plus icon again, and I'm going to do P on the keyboard and choose the control modifier, meaning I have to hold control and hit P at the same time in order to pause the game. This is useful for me to test because it's very unlikely the players will use this combination for a game, and definitely won't use it if they're doing a mobile game or a console game. So it's only a PC game you've got to worry about, but that can be easily removed later on by clicking on the little cross icon here. The escape key will be used and work no matter what for the player outside the game. So this is our pause game input, meaning that we now can access this input inside our blueprints to activate the pause. So I'm going to put all mine on the controller. Now it's a good idea, anything to do with the controls of how things work in your game, you put in the controller, and logic then is stuck with the actual character themselves. So on the controller here, I'm going to right click anywhere and just type in that pause game input we just made, and you'll see it appear as such. So when I push the pause key, it will call this event, and on this event we're going to set the pausing of the game. So here we're going to go pause, and you'll see set game paused, and it's as simple as ticking off or on the boolean. So if it's on, it'll pause the game; off, it'll unpause the game. So for this to toggle whether it's paused or unpaused, we need to do this in a flip-flop. So after the pressed, drag out and add a flip flop. And what flip flop does basically means when it goes in, it'll do the A first, and then next time it goes in, it'll do B, then it'll go do A, then B, and it'll keep doing that for as long as you want it to. So it will flip flop between the two. So when I push it the first time around, it's going to pause it, and when I push it again, it's going to unpause it. Now, because when we pause the game, all our inputs will be turned off, all the functions will be turned off, sorry. So this function won't call if the game is paused. Now, to make a function usable whilst in the paused state, you can click on it, and on the right hand side in the details you'll see execute when paused. Tick it, and that means now that this function will be called wave even when the game is paused itself. So when I'm paused, it'll unpause it, and when I'm unpaused, it'll pause. Click compile, and let's test that out. So here I'm running, hit Control P, and it pauses the game. Hit Control P again, and it'll unpause it. There you go, simple as that. So we're going to go one step further, and we're going to make a pause menu, so we can make it work with buttons on our screen. So we're going to make the widget. So go add new, user interface, widget blueprint, and we call my one pause menu. Open it up, and start off with, we're going to have a canvas panel. I'm going to leave that there because it makes it easier for our pause menu to appear in the middle of the screen. And inside the canvas panel, we're going to make our menu. So go size box. And our size box, you can see, is stuck in the corner here. Let's just change its width. So on width, we're going to override the width to, say, 500. And its height, I'm going to do a minimum desired height of 200. And I'm going to click size to content, like so. So now I can position this into the center of the screen. So how do we do that perfectly in the center? Well, it all works with this anchor here. So this anchor basically tells it where it should reference its position towards relative to. So at the moment, it will be default to the top left. So when it's 0, 0 position, that means top left in this case. If I change the anchor to, say, the center and change position X, position Y to 0, 0, you can see now it's 0, 0 into the center. So that's where I want it to be. However, I want my pause menu to actually be centered itself. So that comes down to alignment. So alignment is 0, 0. 0 being the furthest left and Y being the furthest top. So 1 being the furthest right and 1 being furthest down. So if you do 0.5 and 0.5, you'll get a perfectly centered widget. So inside our size box, we're going to have a vertical box. And the vertical box will stack all its contents vertically. So I'm going to have a piece of text, so I'm going to drag some text in there. And then I'm going to drag a couple of buttons. Button 1, button 2. And I'm going to name these buttons. So button 0, I'm going to name up top here details, button resume. And button 1 is going to be button quit. Inside these, I'm going to also have text blocks, so put in some text inside each of those, and you want to name them appropriately. So the first one I'm going to name resume, and I'll make the font black. So down here, color opacity, make that black, and this text block is going to be quit. Like so the text block, you click on there, and on the left and on the right side, we're going to see the text content. I'm going to type in pause menu, or to type in game paused. There you go. And I'm going to click on the center alignment up the top there. So that's what our menu looks like thus far. Okay. I'm going to put a border on it as well, so I've got a nice little background to it. So I'm going to click on the size box in my hierarchy, and right click on it, and go wrap with border. And click on the border, and here I'm going to change the appearance brush color to almost black, and I'll make it a little bit see-through with 0.8. And then on its padding, I'm going to give it a padding of, say, 30. So I've got a nice border around it as well. And one last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so it blurs the whole entire background of the game, making it clear that the focus should be on this menu. So if I right click on my canvas panel and go wrap with background blur, I can now perfectly wrap the whole entire thing with a blur. So this whole canvas, this whole thing is in a blur. The blur, on the right hand side, you'll see blur strength. By default is 0. You need to change this to be a higher number, say like 2. And then you can see it working here already. It'll start blurring the background. Click compile. And what we're going to do is we're going to close this. And we're just going to make it so it spawns that menu first of all. And then worry about the bottom functionality afterwards. So I'm going to go back to my controller, where we had our pause game function. I'm going to get rid of what we have here, because now we're going to use it through a widget. So on the pressed, I'm going to create a widget, and on your create widget, you're going to see class drop down, and you're going to choose the pause menu. And on the pause menu, you're going to get return value. So this return value I'm going to store as a reference. It's a good idea to store your widgets as references so it's easier for them to be deleted later on. So here I'm going to call it pause menu reference. And finally, we're going to add it to a viewport. So we create the widget in memory, we store it in memory, and then we take it to start rendering to the screen. And that is the pause game. So now if I push play and paused it, you can see it blur, and now we've got the buttons. They don't do anything yet. We're going to add the functionality to them now, but we can't unpause it. Okay, it's just going to keep adding more and more buttons to it. So let's get rid of that functionality first of all. So this pause game here, I'm going to turn off the execute when paused. Get rid of that. So let's now make those buttons work. So in my pause menu, going to click on my graph editor here, and on its construction we are going to pause the game. Okay, so after event construct, we're going to come out here and go set paused, set game paused, and we're going to tick the yes box, and then we're going to tell the game controller to switch focus onto UI, so change its input mode from game inputs to UI inputs. So you want to get the player controller, and then from there we're going to go set input to UI only. Plug that in, and the widget you want to focus will be itself. So drag out from in widget to focus and type in self. After that, we're going to again get from the get player controller. We're now going to set mouse cursor to show. So set show mouse cursor, and tick that to be true. Okay, and that should do it. Click compile. So this will now pause the game and take the controller focus away from the game onto the UI and tell it to start showing the mouse cursor. Now we need to code this button, resume button, to resume the game. So click on your resume button, and on the right hand side scroll down to the very bottom, you'll see events, on clicked, on pressed, and so on and so forth. Choose the on clicked one and click the little green box, and you'll get the event on clicked for button resume. And this guy is going to do exactly the same as this, but the other way around. So we're going to set game paused, and this one's going to be false, where this one here is true. This one's going to be false. Get player controller, and we're going to set its input mode to game only, and then we're going to get player controller again and show mouse cursor to false. So basically doing the opposite of what we saw up there, down here. And finally, we're going to do the quit game. So click on the quit, scroll down, do on clicked again, and then from there we're going to do quit game. And click compile. So let's test this out. Click play. Now I can play the game, hit pause. I can no longer play the game. Hit resume. I can play the game. We've got to tell it to remove the widget. That's what's next. So let's remove the widget. So on pause menu, we hit graph. You've got on clicked, button resume. After we set the show mouse cursor to false, we're going to remove from parent, and the target will be itself, and that should do that. So here, I can pause it, resume, we'll clear it, and if I was to pause it again and quit, it'll quit the game. And that is how you do a pause menu. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below, and please subscribe and like this video, and hit that little notify bell to be notified for further video releases each week. If you want to support me and the videos I do, head over to patreon.com/RyanLaley, just like these people have, and show your support and get some videos early before anyone else, as well as join our Discord server, as well as many other benefits too. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.